In my last video, I discussed about the Jupiter transit in Sagittarius for the first moon sign, that is from Aries till Virgo. In this video, I will be discussing about how this transit will be for the last 6 signs in a Kala Chakra chart, that is from Libra till the Pisces. Hello friends, my name is Hardik and you're watching my YouTube channel on Vedic Astrology, AstroKeen. So let's start. As I said before in my last video as well, Jupiter is very comfortable in Sagittarius. It is entering Sagittarius on the 4th of November 2019 and it will be 1 year in this sign. For a short period from March till June, it will move to Capricorn and then again in a retrograde fashion will come back to Sagittarius. So that particular phase can slightly give different result because Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn. Also, when it moves to Capricorn, according to your moon sign, the the position also changes. So the result can vary in those 2-3 months. Other than that, the result will be pretty much what I'm suggesting in these videos. Now, as I said before, Jupiter is extremely comfortable in Sagittarius because Sagittarius is its own sign. Jupiter is ruler of Sagittarius and also its Mula Trikona sign. Mula Trikona sign is a sign where Jupiter is or any planet is very comfortable. Now, you need to also see Astaka Varga and you need to see how much Jupiter is giving to that particular sign or how much Jupiter is giving to Sagittarius in your chart. If Jupiter is giving anything more than 4 and the transit is favorable, as in it's the position of that transit from the moon sign is favorable, it's a 5th transit, 7th transit, 9th transit, 2nd transit, 11th transit. So if it's a favorable transit and Jupiter is giving more than 4 points, your auspicious stuffs which will happen with you will only amplify. But if it's less than 4, then even if it will be a good transit for you, you may not get 100% of your result. Similarly, if the transit is a difficult transit for you and Jupiter is giving 4 or more points, then the difficulty amplifies. Whereas if it is less than 4 points, it will be a difficult transit for you, but the effect won't be that much. The effect will reduce considerably if it's giving less point, because the more points Jupiter gives in a particular sign or any planet gives in particular sign, it means that it is capable of amplifying that particular stuff which it is intent to do in that particular sign. Whatever it promises to do in that sign, it will do it very well if the points are more than 4. If the points are less than 4, then whatever it promises, the effect may reduce a bit. So let's get into the moon sign, Libra moon sign. For Libra moon sign people, you were having a great time period because of the Saturn transit and Jupiter transit. Saturn, you have come out of your Sade Sati. Saturn is currently in your 3rd house, which is a great transit, and Jupiter was also in your 2nd house, but now Jupiter will move to your 3rd house. So that will be a little difficult for you because Jupiter doesn't do well in 3rd house. So your courage may get hampered. You need to take care your relationship with your siblings. You have to put extra effort in your communications. Your communications may get carried away. Sometimes you may get into some kind of fights. So you need to be careful of those things. Extremely important that you have to be careful. You should think before you speak, and you should maintain relationship with your siblings. That's very, very important. Also, when it comes to your courage, that may also get a little hampered, as I said. So you need to really be confident. Even if your confidence is getting hampered, you need to motivate yourself so that you are always confident and you're always courageous. Now let's come to the next moon sign. The next moon sign is Scorpio. For Scorpio moon sign, Jupiter was transiting on the 1st house. Now it has moved to the 2nd house. Extremely good transit for you guys as well. Uh, also Jupiter is a friend of Mars. Jupiter for Scorpio does very well. And now that it is transiting on the ninth house, it's a great transit for you. Now the stuff that will happen for you will be that you will accumulate a lot of wealth, your relationship with family improve, your communication skills will improve, you will, you'll be positive. And from second house, it aspects the eighth house. This can mean that you may build some kind of, interest in occult sciences or spiritual stuffs or ayurveda and something like that. So you may be interested in those stuff. It's a good favorable transit for you. Now let's come to Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius moon sign people, Jupiter will transit over your first house. Now, first house transit of Jupiter is not really auspicious. Though if Jupiter is placed in the first house, it gives favorable result. But the transit of first house is not very favorable. You may lose your confidence. You may you may get carried away. You should be careful of those things. You should not try and, you should so you may lose your confidence. You may think a lot about you, and your relationship may get into trouble because of that. So you need to be careful of those stuff. Try to remain calm, be confident, go in the spiritual paths. If you go in the spiritual path, it will really help. Take care of your wealth, don't spend too much, and also build good relationship with your family members, with your spouse, with your partners. These are the things which you should be careful. Now let's look into the next moon sign. The next moon sign is Capricorn. Again, for Capricorn moon sign people, Jupiter was in a very good position in the 11th house. Now Jupiter has moved to the 12th house, which is a very difficult transit, generally speaking. What will happen when Jupiter moves to the 12th house is that you may incur losses. Yeah, there are possibility that you may get into some kind of legal trouble. You need to be careful of that. You may fall ill or sick. So you need to be careful of that those things as well. But the good thing about this transit is you will inculcate, spiritual wisdom in you. You will go the spiritual path. You will start doing meditate. You may travel to foreign lands. So these are the two things that is possible. But other than that, you need to take care of your expenses. You may start spending a lot of money. Take care of your expenses. Take care. You make sure that you don't lose a lot of money. Take care of your health, and don't try to uh, do something which may legally put you in trouble. So try avoiding those things. The next moon sign is Aquarius moon sign. Now for Aquarius moon sign, it's a great time period because Jupiter will transit over your ninth house. A lot of friends, your desires and your hopes will get fulfilled. Your relationship with your children will be great. You'll get a lot of money and wealth if you're doing well. Good time, good time to start business also if you're looking for that. Your business, if you are already into a business, your business will do well. You will get a lot of benefit out of it. So it's a good time period. The next 2 years are going to be difficult as far as Jupiter transit are concerned because it will move to the 12th and the first house. So take full advantage of this time period. Try to keep a lot of money in your bank account because you'll get a lot of money. Don't spend too much money. Keep it in bank account because if you face difficult times after this year, you'll be able to overcome those time period. So this is a good time period for you. Now, the last moon sign is Pisces. Now, as far as Pisces moon sign is concerned, you are currently going through a great transit again because Jupiter was transiting over your ninth house. Now, Jupiter goes to the 10th house. Now, 10th house Jupiter is not considered to be auspicious, the 10th house transit. There are a couple of reasons why it is not considered auspicious Jupiter in 10th house, because 10th house is a very materialistic house. It's about your profession, it's about your work culture, it's about how your work life will be. And Jupiter is a spiritual planet, so it doesn't really do well in the 10th house. So when you're in the 10th house, you may face difficulties as far as corporate life is concerned or as far as office life is concerned. You may face some kind of a problem from your colleagues or your bosses or your superiors, your subordinates. So try to make a balance and try to be good to them. Try to be a little strategic in your moves. Do not take hasty decisions, because it's a difficult time period as far as your professional life is concerned. Of course, if you're going through a good Mahadasha and Antardasha, those things will definitely help you. But but for, and also the other thing is, for Pisces, what will happen is Saturn is now moving to 11th house from January, so that will really help you, because Saturn does well in the 11th house. So that part is good. But from a Jupiter transit point of view, you need to be careful about your professional life. Right, guys, that's what I wanted to discuss about this in this video. If you have any queries, do mention in the comment box. You can mail me, you can, and whenever I get time, I'll answer it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share my video if you like it. Take care. Ta-da. Bye bye.